What's going on, everybody? This is ODC. That's me here. And yes, I am here with my official Batman Arkham Knight review. I'm not going to try and make this too long. I know I always say that, and then I end up making it really long. But whatever. I'm going to try and shorten this as fast as possible because I think myself and maybe Rob from Rob's Rogues, we might do a joint review on it. So that'll probably be the long video. I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. I might do some spoilers, but I'll do a half and half. I'll do like the spoiler-free section, what I thought about it, and then I'll do the spoilers after. So if you don't want to listen to the spoilers, you don't have to because I'll cover the non-spoilers in the beginning. Batman Arkham Knight. This game is... There's a lot to this game, okay? This is probably... Batman Arkham Origins, Batman, which is mentioned in here. I've seen a couple reviews where they're like, "Oh, there's no mention of Batman of Arkham Origins." Rocksteady must hate that game, but they didn't hate that game because they gave them basically their fight engine, everything, pretty much the engine to the game. They gave to Warner Brothers Montreal. So, and there are references in this game about the events that happen in Arkham Origins. So. But that's probably the most spoiler I'll give you in this section. I'll tell you to click the video off or whatever you want to do. I'll tell you when the spoilers are coming. As far as the whole game, with all the other reviews that have been out, pretty much, I would say on average it's around a 9 out of 10. And I've seen a couple reviews where they're like 7 out of 10. What was that, GameSpot? And a lot of people blew up about that, which, different topic for a different time. That's probably a rant video I could do some other time about GameSpot. But I'll just talk about Arkham Knight right now because that's why we're here. Basically, like I said, there was a 7 out of 10 from GameSpot. There was, I believe, 9.2. 9.8, 10 out of 10, a bunch of different major guys gave it basically, on average, I would say a 9 out of 10 or a 9.2 out of 10. And I think it's warranted. I think that 9.9 or 9 out of 10 is warranted in this manner. I mean, there's so much to this game, and there's so much offered in this game. I've just been playing the last 3 days in a row, like almost nonstop. One day I was up till 5 in the morning, and yes, I am that guy. I was up till 5 in the morning playing Arkham Knight, and I wanted to spread it out, but I think I was just so involved in the story that I didn't want to lose the emotion behind the story because this is like a very long game. It's the story is heavy, and by heavy I mean in a good way. Like it's an emotional like story in this game. There's a lot of surprises in this game and these are all good things. I'll get to the good things first, then I'll get to the things that they could have improved on, the bad things. As far as did this game offer Arkham City and more? I would say absolutely. It offers much more than Arkham City, much more than Arkham Asylum. I would say it offers more than Arkham Asylum and Arkham City combined. That's my opinion. I mean, not everybody has the same opinion, but that's my opinion. This does offer much more. And it will, including if you get the Season Pass. I got the Season Pass because I want everything that's included with this game because it's going to be, in my opinion, it should be Game of the Year. It should be from what I just played. I played the entire game. I got about half the Riddler trophies left to get, and then if you get 100% in everything, you get an additional ending to the story. And it works. Trust me, I know it sounds weird, like, oh no, they're going to just pop up another ending out of nowhere. Trust me, just trust me. If you haven't played the game, it works. But there is a definitive beginning, middle, and end to this game. You will know it when you're in the game. You can spread out the side missions, but you have to complete all the side missions before you end the game if you want both endings in a row. So, and if you don't care about that and you just want to like, damn, I just want to do the story mode first, then I'll do the side missions. You can do that too. It just won't unlock the other ending until you finish all the side missions, including all the Riddler challenges and everything. And it's got to be 100% on the Riddler challenges. So, yeah, there's definitely some side missions that you will unlock as you go along, and it's a pretty well paced game, I'd say. For the most part, it's fast paced from the get go. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you emotionally in the game. Like there was a couple scenes where I'm like, because I'm invested in these characters, like I'm like, oh my god, like this is freaking crazy. Like I can't believe this just happened. Oh my god, that and the jump scares and just so much. There's so much to this. Oh my god, I can't. I don't know where to. It's like I don't even know where to start. Yeah, it's so good. It was worth the wait, to be honest with you. I know this was supposed to be released back in January, and then it got delayed again, and it was supposed to be released in May, and then it got delayed again, and then finally we got it in June. So I think it was worth the wait. When I first got the game, I was a little pissed off because I had to. There was like a 3.5 gig patch for this, or update, whatever you want to call it. For this game, and it was like a 4-hour wait, and then you had to download the DLC, so it's 4 hours for just the patch or the update. Then you had to wait an extra hour for each DLC, and then the Riddler challenge, the Scarecrow challenge maps were about an hour too. Pretty much all of the DLCs were an hour: the Harley Quinn, the Red Hood, and the Scarecrow. So I mean that sucked, having to like not come home and not being able to come home and just pop the CD in and just go at it. So it sucked waiting. I just kind of the first night I just kind of was like, well, call a spade and just go to bed. So so the first night was a bust, but the last 2 nights I've been just kind of bam, 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 bam. A little bit of a warning though. I actually had to start the game over. I had about 55% done, and a weird glitch happened. I got stuck in a room, and I could not get out. Like, I tried everything to get out, and it was, I don't want to say whose room it was, but it was a room for a side mission, and I got stuck in it, and I couldn't get out, and I even called Rob, and I was like, what should I do? And I'm like, I think I'm screwed. And he's like, dude, is there an extra grate around that you can climb underneath? I'm like, no, I think I just walked into a glitch. Like, there's no one in this room. I can't get out. It actually happened in Arkham Origins, but actually when I got stuck in that room, you could fast travel out. So there was a way out of it, so you didn't have to start the whole game over. I actually had to start this whole game over after being over 55% done. I actually had almost all of my side missions done. And I had like, I don't know, not even like I think I had like a fourth of the game completed, the story mode completed. But so that was a bummer. Just watch out for that. I'll get into the spoiler section, whose room it was, but right now we're still going spoiler free. The designs for the characters are just right up there with all the other games. I would say that all of these games are just definitely going to be remembered for being just great games. And even Origins, for some reason, I don't know why it gets a lot of hate, but that's a good game. I had a lot of fun playing that game. I loved the everything in that game. I really liked that game. I did. Even after playing it, I had my issues with it in the beginning. There were some continuity errors with it, but overall, I thought it was a good game, and it doesn't get its just due, and it should. But anyway, talking back about Arkham Knight, like I said, the character designs in this are very well done. The voice acting top notch. You got Conroy. You have someone else that I won't mention yet, but you have a bunch of other people. Nightwing's voice actor did a fantastic job, I thought. I would have liked to see a little bit more Nightwing in the game, but and a little bit more Tim in the game. But for the most part, the story was top notch. The levels were top notch. This is a long game. This is 12 hours worth of gameplay. Like you're going to be sitting there for a while, and that's if you don't die. Like 12 hours of gameplay if you don't ever die, which is like you're going to die in this game. Like you're definitely going to die in this game. And there's parts where you're going to be like, maybe I should put this game down because it's getting me angry. I'm MFing this and son of a bitch and god damn it. But you'll get to that point and you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to that point. But it's definitely, I think it's worth the 9 out of 10. It's worth even the $100 I spent with the season pass and the because you're getting the DLCs and you get Batgirl this coming month. I believe, I'm not sure. I think it's the middle of the month, the 14th. I think, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but right now I have one viewer. Hey, how's it going? But excuse me. For the bad now, still going spoiler free now. For the bad, we all know that the Batmobile is in this game. I was hoping for the Batmobile to be like maybe 60-40. I was hoping 70-30. You get Batman 70, 30% of the Batmobile. In this, it's straight up 50-50. So if you're going into this game and you're like, oh, cool, we get to drive around the Batmobile and stuff, and it's just going to be like a fast travel system. Nope. You're going to be using this almost on almost every level. Pretty much. It wants you to, like, it's not, like, the Batmobile in this game is not an extension of Batman. It is a part of him. It's like it's like a tumor that he can't remove. That's why I kept calling it a tumor, and my fiance was laughing at me. She's like, stop calling it the tumor. It kind of looks like a tumor, actually. I was like, tumors look like that? Anyway, no, but seriously. It's fun, but it gets repetitive after a while with the Batmobile. It's like, all right, enough is enough. I just want to go around and just beat the shit out of people. Can I just do that? And it's convenient to have the Batmobile. I know I keep moving around and my camera is just doing this. But I'll try not to move. I'll just sit here like this and just move my mouth like this. But seriously, though, the tank missions and the Batmobile missions, I don't mind. This is my thing about the game. I don't mind if there's chase scenes. You got to chase someone down in the Batmobile because that's what Batman does. He chases you down. But the tank missions, oh my God, those get so monotonous and so dragged on. It's just so boring after a while. Like it's just like it's almost too much Batmobile in this. It almost feels like 60-40 Batmobile. But I'd say it's about 50-50. The other thing that Rocksteady needs to work on as just a company is their boss battles. Their boss battles just need to be better. They're very good at cutscenes. They're probably one of the best in cutscenes right now. But the problem is that the boss battles don't feel like you're really accomplished something. It almost felt like a couple boss battles were just like, oh God, thank God that's done. I don't ever have to do it again. And it shouldn't be like that. Like, it should be like challenging but yet rewarding. And it didn't feel like it was rewarding. It just kind of felt like a burden sometimes. If you catch my drift. And I'm talking about the Batmobile missions and stuff like that. Because there are Batmobile boss battles in this. That's not a spoiler. I'm pretty sure we would all expect that. But it says be the Batman, but it should say be the Batman and the Batmobile, I think. Be the Batman, Batmobile. Be the Batmobile. Just be the Batmobile. How about that? Just put "be the Batmobile" in it instead of "be the Batman." Be the Batmobile. So that's my gripe with it. I would say I'm trying to think of what else bothered me. It's just the Batmobile stuff. It's the Batmobile stuff because it gets tough, guys. It gets really tough in this game with those Batmobile missions. It's a real pain in the ass. But it's not something that you can't get through. I don't know how anyone could beat this shit on hard. I couldn't do it. I put it on normal because call me what you want. You can call me a vagina, whatever. But I played it on normal, and it was tough. Like, certain missions were tough, really tough. And it's going to challenge you. It's definitely going to challenge you. It's definitely more challenging than the last 3 games. It's more challenging than Origins. It's more challenging than Asylum, and it's more challenging. Even just the Riddler challenges are they stepped it up. Like, they definitely stepped it up in this. And there's 243 Riddler trophies to collect. Not including another mission that you have to do, including the Riddler, but I won't get into that because I don't really want to reveal a lot because I don't want to ruin anyone's day. What else? What else do I want to talk about here? Oh, the skins. We got to talk about the skins. Skins, I've only played with the Flashpoint one, but when you start the game, you basically start in this like upgraded Arkham City suit, and it looks just absolutely fantastic. I think I almost like it better than the Arkham Knight suit itself. Not Arkham Knight the character, the Batman Arkham Knight suit that he's wearing in this right here. I almost like the beginning suit of the game. It's like the Arkham City. It's like, but it looks like an upgraded version. Like the rivets aren't, I had those like rivets on the sides up here and then over here, but towards the underneath the pecs and towards the abdomen and stuff. He doesn't have that in this game. He's got kind of like a sleeker look, and then when he puts on the Arkham suit, the Arkham Knight suit, Batman suit, it's kind of like an add-on to that suit with just a different cowl. But it definitely looks really cool. There are a ton of side missions in this game. That's something I want to touch on again, and then I'll get to like the DLCs and stuff like that. The side missions are just, I think they're phenomenal. They're way better than Arkham City. Way better. Way. Kills Origins side missions. Kills City's side missions. I just think everything in general, the character designs, the side missions, the story, everything just trumps the other games. It really does. You really got to go out and play this game, especially if you're a Batman fan. I implore you, go play this game. Do yourself a favor. It's and you can spread this thing out for another month, and then when the Batgirl DLC comes out, which is going to be a prequel to, like, I think it's supposed to take place while she's working before she becomes paralyzed. So, excuse me, that was a weird burp. So it's probably going to take place just after Arkham Origins, before Arkham Asylum. So if you wanted to, you could probably play Arkham Origins, then play the Batgirl DLC, then play Arkham Asylum, then play Arkham City, then play Arkham Knight. And they have, well, I shouldn't say that. We all know that there's a Red Hood DLC, but I'm not going to say what it pertains because it would just kind of ruin it. I'll touch on that in the spoiler section when I get to that. I don't know. I might be ready for the spoiler section right now, actually. I'm trying to think. Would I recommend this game? I absolutely I would recommend this game. Go and get this game and do yourself a favor. Get the season pass. You're going to spend $100 on a game, but how many PC games do you buy and you spend $100 on over time? How many app games on your iPad that you play do you spend $60, $70 on that you really like to play? I know lots of people that spend a total of like $200 on like what was it, Marvel Heroes. So I mean, it's worth it, and it's a good game. The graphics are whoa. the beginning scene that I think pretty much we've all seen at this point, the beginning scene where you're the cop walking in the diner. I was just taking my time. Like the guy kept bugging me. Hey, there's some guys smoking over there. Go check it out. And you know that whole scene that was shown as a trailer in the beginning of the game. But he kept bugging me. I was like, go look. I just want to like stop and just look at things because when you're in that diner, make sure you you gotta look around. You really have to look around. There's a lot of Easter eggs in there, a lot of references to a lot of things. Just look around, look at details and stuff. Like I was looking at people's faces, and you could see the pores in their face, and the hair coming through as like, if they have a beard, if they have facial hair, you can see almost individual hairs. It's crazy. I did notice one thing, and I brought this up to Rob when I was talking to him. I was like, all the girls have their hair up in this game, except for like Vicky Vale. Was the only one with her hair down, I think, pretty much. And maybe it was like just too much to, design the hair down on someone. But most of the girls had their hair up, but they all had different styles of how they had how they had it up. Like it was 2 strands part in the middle, and there's 1 strand going over, and then there's like a I don't know, like bangs, and it was just a nice variety though. They definitely mixed it up. But yeah, definitely when you're in that diner scene, definitely just look around, check things out, and look at the different people. Like that was the one of the major things that it really bothered me in the last 3 games. And I know Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are a little bit older. They could have improved on in Arkham Origins was differentiating people's looks. And I know that's tough with it's an older gen game. You could do that with a new gen game because of the graphics and this and that. But just noticing that there's a lot of different model characters, which is it really steps it apart from the last games. This really did need to be on new gen. It needed to be on PS4 or Xbox One. It needed to be. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have got half of the stuff that we got. The story would probably be half of what it is, and it wouldn't work. It would probably be just as good as Origins or Asylum, but probably not as good as City. You know what I mean? Because City definitely was the best out of those 3, but this is definitely the best out of the 4, hands down. And yeah, Rocksteady definitely did a great job. I'm interested to see on what they're going to do in the future. I don't know. I would love to see a Superman game or a Batman and Superman game or a Justice League game or a friggin' Aquaman game. I don't care. Wonder Woman, give me the Flash. Give me a Flash game. That would be sweet. That would be amazing. Whatever Rocksteady comes out with next, I'll definitely give it a try because they've definitely earned my trust. And yeah, so there's that. Okay, now I'll shut up about the non-spoiler stuff and I'll get into some of the spoilers. I'm not going to cover everything because I think Rob and I are going to do a group discussion about it, a conference call if you want to call it that. But yeah, as far as spoilers, so if you don't want to watch spoilers, press the stop button or whatever you're going to do. Stop button. What's wrong with me? Press the X in the corner right there. Okay. Anyway, so now we're going to start with the spoilers. So here you go. Spoiler section. Here we go. Here's the fun stuff. If you don't care and you just want to know what the hell happens, I'm going to explain. I'm going to sum it up. Okay? Basically, Batman's being stalked. If you read the prequel comics, which you should because they're good. If you read the prequel comics, Batman's being stalked by this character named the Arkham Knight. For some reason, the Arkham Knight does not like Batman, wants him dead. Batman has to rely on some of his allies to get through the game. You basically start off in a diner, blah, blah. I've already explained that. I'm not going to explain that again. You start off there. Scarecrow wants to release is going to release all, like, he's got all these. They didn't really focus on that, which is strange. I want to point this out because I didn't remember to point this out in the what was it? I don't know. The promos for this game, they were like, basically they get everyone together and want to kill the Batman, but it's not really like that. It's kind of like Scarecrow and Arkham Knight are working together, and Arkham Knight wants to kill the Batman. Scarecrow just wants to reveal who Batman is. He doesn't give a shit about killing Batman. He's like, I want him alive. And Arkham Knight's like, no, I want him dead. And he's like, why? And Arkham Knight's like, because I got to deal with some stuff. And Scarecrow's like, okay, whatever. But back to what I was saying. Pretty much, it's not everyone coming after Batman. It's not the same premise as Arkham Origins. It's just not that way. The big surprise in the game, which wasn't that big of a surprise for me because I knew it was going to happen, the Joker is in this game. But it's not. I'll just say this. You know what? I'll give you this spoiler section without a spoiler. How's that? Because I don't want to even ruin that spoiler. The Joker's in this game, but I'll just say not how you think he is. He doesn't play the role that you think he is. And I thought it was very clever on Rocksteady's part to pander to the people that want Joker in this game. Joker is a big part of the last 3 games, so I get it. He's in the game, but like I said, not how you think he is. I can't say enough about how happy they just touched on a lot of different things, especially now I want to get into the spoilers with the side missions. And I'll keep progressing on what the story's about as I go along. Sorry if I'm being confusing here. You're like, you just started talking about the story, now you shut up, now you stop talking. I'm getting there. Side missions. This is part of the story plot. You're going to see characters like Man-Bat. You're going to see characters like Deathstroke. Yes, Deathstroke is in this game. Look for him. He's there. Like you got Arkham Knight. You have Scarecrow. Professor Pig is in this game. Okay. The big one is Man-Bat. Like, I was so excited for Man-Bat because, unfortunately, there's no Killer Croc. I was hoping for some Killer Croc, but no. Unfortunately, no. No Killer Croc. Damn it. Damn you. Who else is in this game? I'm going to include heroes, too. Tim Drake, Nightwing. Batgirl isn't going to be in the DLC, so she's a part of the game. Red Hood is a part of the game. There's the Arkham Knight. He's a part of the game. Scarecrow, Two-Face, Penguin, Catwoman. Who else? Oh, you know what? I forgot his name. Deacon Starfire? No. Yeah, Starfire. Yeah, Deacon Starfire. Look it up. Deacon Starfire. I forgot his name only because I've only seen him in one story, like, ever. I think he's been in 2. I can't remember, but he's in the game. It's a short little side mission. It's cute. You'll like it. But he is in the game, Deacon Starfire. If you don't, you're like, who the hell is that? Look it up. You got to dig for that one. You got to dig in Wikipedia for that one. But that was a surprise, him being in the game. I'm like, wow, they really dug deep for this guy. It was like the Electrocutioner being in Arkham Origins. I'm like, whoa. But it's cute. I like that they did that. I like that. Maybe I would have liked a Killer Croc's side mission instead, but still, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But I will say this. Killer Croc is featured in one part of the game. He's not really like, it's not a side mission with him, and the mission's not about him, but he does make a cameo. I'll just say that. He does make a cameo, so you gotta look for him. And he does have a different design, so you should definitely check that out. Who else? Joker's in this game. Black Mask is in this game. Thank you, Rocksteady, for putting my boy Black Mask and Red Hood in this game. Who else? I'm trying to think. I'm like drawing a blank. I'm like, my brain is fried from like playing this game for the last three days. Bloop 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 bloop. Harley Quinn, duh. Who else? I have not checked out the Batman 66 skin. I don't know. It looks like a cool like deco for it here. Basically, here it is. It looks like a pretty cool deco, but it's just a deco on the Batmobile. It's not like you get the actual 66 Batmobile. I'm not a big fan of the Batman 66 skin. I don't like that Batman. I don't like campy Batman. It's weird. I'm just not a big fan of the Batman 66. I acknowledge that it exists, but it's not what I prefer. What else? Oh, my favorite skin probably is gotta be the Thomas Wayne Flashpoint skin. I love that skin. It's just it's Rocksteady's take on the Flashpoint skin or Flashpoint Thomas Wayne, and they knocked it out of the park. It looks fantastic. The Batman Beyond skin looks great. What else? Who am I forgetting? The Justice League 3000 skin, awesome. There's so much detail to these skins too. Like you can really tell the detail. It really booms in this game, especially with the graphics. I can't wait to get back and just mess around and play it. I just actually finished the Red Hood DLC. The Red Hood DLC was pretty good. Now there's gonna be spoilers all through the rest of this video. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to hear the spoiler, then don't listen. You shouldn't be listening. Anyway, just finished the Red Hood DLC, and I did finish the Harley Quinn DLC. I would say that the Harley Quinn DLC could have been longer. These DLCs are short. They're not as long as Harley Quinn's Revenge. So if you're expecting that, you are sorely mistaken. So yeah, the DLCs should be longer. I would like it if there was a little bit more of a story being told. I would prefer more of a story than actual like fights. If there was like a Predator mission and then one big boss battle, that would be fine. As long as there's like 10 cutscenes. If there's 10 cutscenes, give me just a story. I just want to watch a story. I just want to keep watching Arkham Knight stories, or keep watching Arkham game stories in general. This game's just so much fun, and I'm really not trying to overhype it. It's just, bam, it's a lot of fun. Now, the bad things, spoilers, I want to touch on real quick. And I know I'm just blabbing at the mouth. I told you it was going to be short. I lied. The Batmobile missions are just, oh my God, they're so fucking annoying. I can't stand it. They get hard. Like, you really got to get used to how the Batmobile drives. Like, it's not like Grand Theft Auto. I'm used to like Grand Theft Auto driving, and I know that's probably fans of like car driving games are probably like, oh, that's a horrible game to like want to play. But I like the driving Grand Theft Auto. It's not like Forza or anything like that. It's like it's a different type of feel to it. Like when you first start playing it, it kind of feels like Gran Turismo, like Gran Turismo 2 or 3, where you really have to like, when you take your corners, you got to like not reduce speed. You got to go into a slide and then hit the boost. And that wasn't the problem. Chasing people was never the problem in this game. My problem is the damn tank missions. I cannot stand the fucking tank missions in this game. They drive me nuts. And it's not the fact that I'm bad at it. It's just the fact that they're repetitious, long, and boring. That's the problem. And there's actually one part in the game where there's these other tanks called Cobra tanks, and you have to like hide And then there's like a boss battle with Arkham Knight, and he's got his own tank called the Cloudburst, and that shit is freaking annoying. Oh my god, it's so annoying. I can't stand it. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you play the game. When you get to that point, it's not something that you want to do. Eventually when I replay the game, I'm gonna be like, oh god, this shit again. Ugh. But at this point, you have to like get behind these Cobra tanks. I'm going back to the Cobra tanks now. I know I like talk all over the place. You basically have to like hide behind a building and then like come behind them and then like wait for this thing to like missile lock and then shoot it. But in the meantime, they have these scanners going all over the place. And the problem with it isn't the fact that you have to do that. It's the fact that the AI is so stupid when you're in tank mode that the AI just clusters around each other, and they just like they never separate at all. Like they're all just like on top of each other. Like you'll see it on your map, and they're all like on top of each other. And it's like, how the hell am I supposed to? It takes forever. It just takes forever. It's just not something you want to do. If they were fast. If the tank missions were fast, I wouldn't have a problem with it. That's the major drawback in this game is the goddamn Batmobile. It really is. It gets boring after a while. It's like it's too much freaking Batmobile. The other problem I have is the fact that you're using guns. It bothers me. It really bothers me. And you're running people over. And then sometimes when you hit people and you're going like, you got to be going like 100 miles an hour. They like get electrocuted and then flop away. But it's like, dude, if you get hit by the fucking Batmobile, which is essentially a tank in this game, you're dead. You're not going to get electrocuted and float away. You're dead. Like you just got ran the fuck over. Like if you were to get hit by a regular car some people die from getting hit by a car going 30, 40 miles an hour. Like, you get hit by a friggin' tank, you're dead. There's no way. It's just not believable. It's just not believable. I would say that the Batmobile's major problem is the tank mode, though. I really can't stress it enough. They should have just simmered down with that. It's like they took a good idea and just like fucking just did way too much with it. They were just like, hey, let's do this and do this and do this. It just seemed like the next guy was like, oh, we can add that. And then the next guy was like, and we could do this too. And then like the original idea was just like, oh, we could just have the Batmobile in this game. People can ride around in the Batmobile. That sounds cool. But then all this added extra bonus shit, and then you got to use it for the Riddler challenges. It's just like, stop it. And then some of the boss battles are, oh my God, they are so annoying. Like, just really hard. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, like friggin' half the time I didn't know what I was doing because when you're like when they start a boss battle, it's just like Batman sometimes he doesn't say anything. And it's just like you got to figure that shit out, I guess. It's almost like a second Riddler challenge, if you know what I'm saying. But more spoilers. Okay. What do I want to talk about? I told you all the characters that are in this game. I'm trying to think if I thought of any. Professor Pig is in this game. And Hush is in this game. I forgot about Hush. Hush is in the game. And Professor Pig is in this game. Like, originally I thought Professor Pig's storyline was Hush's storyline. And I was like, oh, so they're just going to piggyback off that. No. You'll know what I'm talking about, too, when you finish the Professor Pig one. But it was really cool. I like that side mission. I'm glad that they threw him in there. It was really cool. I feel like they should have put him in Arkham City. He belonged in Arkham City just because how dark Arkham City was. But this game's darker. It's darker than Arkham City. I know. You didn't think it could get darker? It's darker. It is much darker in this game. Definitely people are dying, and important people. Definitely. So be prepared for that shit. But yeah, definitely. I think the surprise scares in this game were top notch. They definitely knew how to get you. And there's especially towards the end and like even the beginning of the game, like there's some good scares in here. I want to talk about the score too, and this is I should have talked about that in the spoiler-free section, but I'm sorry, I forgot. The score in this game is one of my favorites. I think it really, like, when you watch a movie, it's just like, oh, I'm watching the movie, and you like sometimes the score kind of fades into the background, and you don't really pay attention to it. This is kind of like Batman Begins. When I was watching Batman Begins and I heard that score for the first time, and I'm like, whoa, like it gives you that extra oomph that you need for the emotion in this game. And normally you kind of 86 the score and just kind of leave it way in the background. You're kind of not paying attention because you want to focus on what they're saying and what's going on. But in this, you get a real feel. It builds up. It really does build up the main plot points in this game, and it makes the game just that much better. Even if it's just like 5% better, the score makes it that much better. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm starting to lose my voice. I've been talking for like 50 minutes, I think, almost an hour. Blah, 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 Anthony. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I got my Red Hood t-shirt. Just got it yesterday. Woo! Yeah, man, I'm just kind of like staring at this guy right now. Definitely enjoy the DLC. The DLC, you basically are hunting down Black Mask. And let me just tell you right now, he definitely kills people. He's definitely snapping people's necks and shooting people in the head. And his takedowns are cool. There's a little bit of a different feel. That's another thing I want to touch on to the way his fighting style is, Harley Quinn's fighting style, Robin's fighting style, Tim Drake, and Nightwing's fighting style, and Batman's fighting style, and Catwoman's fighting style. It's really a great thing that Rocksteady took the time and didn't just go the lazy route, took the extra time to give each of these characters their own fighting style, because they really, like, Jason's fighting style is represented through who he is. And that's same thing with Batman, same thing with Catwoman, all of them. They all fight a certain way because that's who they are as a person. You represent yourself through your fighting style. And I thought it was a really good touch. I liked the DLCs. I still liked them, both of them. The Harley one, I think I like the Red Hood one better. The Red Hood one is definitely better. Because I'm so pumped to play as this character. It's so cool. I would have loved it if we could have played as these characters in free roam, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I haven't tried it yet. I literally just finished the game, like I think 3 hours ago. So definitely an awesome game. Definitely go pick it up. Hands down, it should be game of the year. This should be game of the year. It's definitely worth a 9 out of 10. So yeah, definitely do yourself a favor. I know I didn't get to a lot of spoilers. Like I said, I didn't want to get into too many spoilers because Rob and I are doing another. We're going to try and do another like a review spoiler review. But if you do want to know, I will tell you who the Arkham Knight is. So this is part of the spoiler section. So this will be the last thing I talk about before I let you guys go. But I'll shut up because I've been talking for probably about an hour. So you guys are probably like, oh God, is he going to shut up? Or if you're still watching at this point. But definitely, okay, so the Arkham Knight is, and Rob called this a long time ago. He did. And you could kind of tell, like, who he is. This is basically Rocksteady's version of the Under the Red Hood story. The Arkham Knight is Jason Todd. And it's cool, kind of cool how because I'll just say at the end, the mask kind of like turns into the Red Hood mask, and it makes sense what that mask is all about. So that's cool. And it works. It really does work. I would say they could have spent a little bit more time. I know this sounds ridiculous because it's called Batman Arkham Knight, but they could have spent a little bit more time after the boss battle between Jason and Bruce. They could have spent maybe 2 more minutes, just 2 more minutes, maybe 2 more minutes on them discussing why. But I thought still for pacing and storytelling wise, it was still well done. So you won't trust me. I know that I pointed out some bad things, but overall, this game is totally worth your time. Definitely go check it out. I'm going to talk to Rob and see if we're officially doing a review. I would like to do a review with him. So we'll see if we can do that. But I definitely didn't want to get into too many spoilers because there's a lot to cover in this game. There's just so much. But definitely, overall, great game. I'm looking forward to the Batgirl DLC coming out next month, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for some more of my reviews. I believe I'm going to be reviewing... What am I going to review? I don't even know. I got some Predator stuff. I got some NECA stuff I wanted to review. Oh, I'm going to upload my Scarecrow, Arkham Knight Scarecrow from DC Collectibles. I'm going to be doing that. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming up probably tomorrow. I will be reviewing that. I put up Harley Quinn 2 days ago, I think, something like that. But... yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, as always. I know I was talking for a long time, about an hour or so. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, like I said, go get a Batman Arkham Knight. If you don't care, then you don't care. But if you're a Batman fan and you're into these games, it's worth it. Great story, great character development, great voice acting, great pacing, good directing. Great directing, I should say. I went down for I don't know why. Great directing. Fuck you, Batmobile. Fuck you, tank missions. And fuck you, Riddler. And that's pretty much it. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys want to do like a Q&A about Batman Arkham Knight, I will totally do a Q&A. Whatever your questions are, leave them in this video if you want me to do a Q&A. I will totally answer all of your questions and do a video about it. So let me know. I will answer only the questions that are in this video's comments. So leave it in the comments. And stay tuned for more. Stay tuned for some of my reviews. Stay tuned for the Scarecrow review. I'm gonna upload tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Oh, I'm still live. Oh, I clicked the wrong page. Sorry, guys. I'm still here. All right. I'll see you guys later.